All right, let's move on to item number 3, public comments for items not on the agenda. Individuals will be allowed up to 3 minutes. It is the council policy to refer matters raised in this forum to staff for investigation and or action where appropriate. The Brown Act prohibits the council from discussing or acting upon any matter not agendized pursuant to state law. And if we can, City Clerk, if you could start to call in our speakers.
Yes, first we have Stephen Seymour.
Hello, this is actually Sandra Perez Vargas. Good evening.
Hi, Sandra.
I just wanted to let everybody know, I'm sure some of you have heard this weekend, a group of residents held a cleanup day. We covered the Tanforan neighborhood, and we were expecting like maybe 20, 30 people, and we had like 80 volunteers come out, and some were on the council. And it was just so wonderful to see our community coming together to address an issue that it's just been really affecting a lot of the quality of life that we have in San Bruno. I think people are just really wanting to find a really organic solution on how to solve the illegal dumping, the littering. There's a lot of issues. And one way to address it is to acknowledge there's an issue and to see what we can do about trying to get the litter not to hit the ground to begin with. Residential, we can deal with our receptacles. I mean, how do we get the litter not to fall on them? Aftermarket straps, Recology, Kirsten at Recology has reached out. She's helped us on different events. This being one of them, the cleanup. We need merchants to do their part to make sure that if the areas in front of their stores are dirty, that they help clean this up. I mean, we need accountability. We need code enforcement in there. We would love to have the schools participate, like maybe running a Don't Be a Litterbug program like we had when we were kids that were so effective. And I wanted, because it is a wellness issue, especially, with COVID, a lot of people are going through a lot of depression, and we're trying to look at the good side of life. And when we go outside and we see, sofas on the sidewalk and all this, it really adds to like the mental abuse a lot of us are going through right now. So I just really wanted to give a shout out to everybody who participated in that, and also to let people know that this was a group that started very recently. It's called Cleaning San Bruno Now. It's a Facebook group, part of the San Bruno Now and the San Bruno Now discussion groups. So I invite any of you out there who are interested and to please joining us. We're all collaborating. There's so many different issues, so many ideas, and the more ideas we have, the better. So I just, that's what I wanted to share, and really hold Caltrains, BART, and all those agencies accountable. They should not be allowed to come through our cities and just turn away while their properties are just falling apart. I mean, COVID is the least of our problems in some of these locations. We found so many needles, so we have hepatitis, all these, gross things we can get. And last but not least, now that the voters have voted that, cannabis is something we should be considering of selling here in San Bruno, I think we really need to aggressively remove that ban and move forward, find where acceptable areas are in our community to put up dispensaries. And let's get ahead of this, guys. I mean, Burlingame, everyone else around us is going to come and run with that torch. And we have the advantage of being right by the airport. So I don't know, I can't see the time on here, but that's it. Thank you to everybody who's helping be part of the solution. And my husband, Seabar, wants to speak also.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it is 3 minutes. It did go a little over. Now we have our next speaker, and if we'll just stick here since the phone's ready to go, and then we'll go back to the list.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Look, Sandra said a lot, so mine will be short. I just wanted to thank the whole community for being out there. This really is a community issue, and we have to address it collectively. And this past weekend showed that we can do that. It's a very big first step. But I would like to thank the council members who were there. I'd like to thank our mayor who was there. And Sandra already mentioned Kirsten Pinocchi from Recology. Parks and Recs, Dan, and Ann were just wonderful to work with. We really appreciated having the pickers out there and all the equipment that was brought out by the city. So I'm very optimistic that we can make a dent in this if we work together. And I'm really interested in what Councilmember Medina will be speaking about at the end of the meeting tonight. It seems like a great first step. And that's it. I'll give my time back to whoever else might be out there to speak. But thank you very much to everyone, including the city.
Thank you for your comments. Next speaker, please.
Next speaker is Wayne Lee. Just one moment, Wayne, while I bring you in. Hi, Wayne, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear. Thank you.
Whenever you're ready.
My name is Wayne Lee. I'm former council member from City of Millbrae and president of the Asian Pacific and Island Caucus, and also your former representative on the Associated Bay Area government. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Mayor Rico Medina and Mike Salazar for your re-election, and welcome Council Member Hamilton. First of all, I just want to thank you for the working together, and as a council member, it was a great pleasure. And I just wanted to tell you how much I really appreciate your camaraderie, your support, and your friendship. And also want to thank you for the opportunity to serve you on the Associated Bay Area governments. So, and in my capacity as the president of the caucus, I'd like to also extend my hand to you of any issues that we can work on together. We'd be happy to. Thank you very much.
And just a point of personal privilege, former council member and former Mayor Wayne Lee, want to thank you for your service to the county and always being there and available when we started the campaign against hate and everything else that you've done over the years. And I know that you'll still be around and involved. And so thank you for your service.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we have Jeffrey Tong. Jeffrey, just one moment. I'm trying to get you unmuted. Hi, Jeffrey. Can you hear us?
Hi, I'm Jeffrey Tong from Fleetwood Drive. I co-founded Colinas Costeras, a community wildlife habitat, in 2018. And College Road is part of the Bay Area Ridge Trail between Skyline College and Lago Ridge, yet College Road appears neglected. I'm here today to petition the city of San Bruno to adopt College Road for habitat restoration and place a banner on College Road at Sharp Park Road to declare it as an ongoing management site. It's not a neglected site. In addition, San Bruno is the only city in San Mateo County that has no climate action plan. Yet global warming is already here and has been here for years. Don't just form a beautification committee. San Bruno needs an environmental sustainability commission with full authority of the planning commission. So please agendize these two matters for discussion and vote at the next city council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Next, please.
Next, we have Bo Smith. Just one moment while I bring you in. Just one moment. I'm receiving an error when I try to bring you in, Mr. Smith. Trying to get you unmuted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, there you are.
Wonderful.
Whenever you're ready.
Great. So I just wanted to thank everybody for the cleanup. Mayor Medina, thank you so much for showing up, and the rest of the city council members that were there. I know Linda was there. I kind of had my head down picking up garbage, so I didn't get to meet everybody. I know Tom was there because we loaded a couch together. And that was a great first impression, Tom. It's the first time I got to meet you, and it was a pleasure working with you. I wanted to thank the city for, providing the pickers for us. They provided pickers. They gave us the best to use, and I think we got most of them back actually too. So that was a big plus. I want to thank Kristen Pernocci of Recology for, providing the containers for us. I'd never met Kristen before either, and Stephen really worked with her to get the containers. And after I met Kristen, I said, I think we're going to need some more containers for the future ones. And she said, yeah, we both agreed on that. But yeah, I just really hope that, that this is the beginning of a good relationship between the community and the city. And I think everyone was really enthused about it. I mean, the mayor coming out, Mayor Medina, you coming out and showing your support, was a real plus. And I'm looking forward to the leadership. I'm looking forward to the items on the agenda tonight, and I hope they go well. And yeah, I'm sure I'm forgetting something or somebody, but I just really want to express gratitude for everyone coming out and showing support. I wrote down a few notes here to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I hope I did want to put a mention out for the app, the San Bruno Responds app. I hope the city does take some action on promoting that app. I mean, it's something that can really work. I would really like them to see, when we take a picture of whatever our complaint is, whatever the problem is that we're trying to get solved, whether it be garbage or graffiti or whatever illegal dumping, we give a before picture, but I think if we could get an after picture too, because I'm getting reports back from people that we're saying it's cleared, but it's actually not cleared. And that's all hearsay. I don't really have any proof of that, but I've just heard that from other people. So I think that would be a great addition to the app that would, wipe out any question whether the city was responding to things or not. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say right now. Just really grateful for the turnout and really grateful for the leadership and support. And I hope it's starting a trend for us to all come together and really get behind this issue. Thank you very much.
For your comments. Next, please.
Next, we have Alex Melendrez. Just one moment. Hi, Alex. I'm trying to get you unmuted.
Can you guys hear me now?
There you are. Yes.
Oh, phew, okay. Hello, San Bruno City Council and city staff. My name's Alex Melendrez, San Bruno resident. I'm trying to decide which of the many things I want to talk about tonight, but for this particular item, for this particular public comment period, I want to give a plug to the Mid-Peninsula Boys and Girls Club's Youth of the Year Award. If you guys don't know, the Boys and Girls Club on the peninsula, they are kind of the apex group when it comes to, participating, leading, and providing leadership skills to young people. And they're going to have their Youth of the Year Award tomorrow at 7 p.m. I was lucky enough to be considered one of the judges. It was it's an honor, but it's a tough decision when you listen to these just talented kids. So I want to give a plug for that. It's going to be again tomorrow at 7 p.m. You can find out more at the website for the Mid-Peninsula Boys and Girls Club website. And the other thing I wanted to comment about was just ongoing state legislation. Last time I was here, I commented on two pieces of state legislation regarding AB 16 and AB 17. I just hope that the council will continue to keep an eye on and look for potential avenues to support legislation when it comes to some sort of relief for renters and homeowners. I think one of the current bills that's up for discussion now is something called Senate Bill 91. I don't have a position on it myself, but it seems to be the deal the governor seemed to strike up. And the more opportunities that we have to kind of display our values as a city in supporting these pieces of relief and legislation, I think would go a long way. That's pretty much it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your comments.
Don't see any other hands raised. If anybody else would like to, they can. Oh, actually, I spoke too soon. Jeremy Sarnecki, just one moment.
Hello, can you all hear me? I hope so. I'm just going to first begin by saying congratulations, Sandra, 80 plus people. What a head count. You do great work for the city. But I would just like really to go over how important it is, I think, that this city really create an environmental and sustainability committee for a multitude of reasons. First off, we have a public safety committee that's making videos on looking both ways before you cross the street. Very important. I would like to have educational programs that show people how to reduce electricity and water consumption, among other things. But what I think would make this a huge asset and a valuable asset to the city of San Bruno is that we really need to have a vocal and unrelenting voice that is going to push Peninsula Clean Energy to have this city transition to 100% renewable energy as soon as possible. Like my friend Jeffrey Tong stated, climate change is real, climate change is here, and it's happening right now. So what we need is Peninsula Clean Energy to not source its energy from hydroelectric dams in the northern part of the state. We need to call on our very successful companies like YouTube, Google, to upgrade their infrastructure because what we have is more than enough resources, and it's only inevitable if we are going to avoid environmental catastrophic damage that we transition to 100% renewable energy. So let's make that change as soon as possible.
For your comments, next, please.
Next, we have Terry Chavez.
Thank you. I wanted to thank everybody for the cleanup day too. I mean, what a fantastic turnout it was. The areas that were clean, you know, I'm hoping that they stay clean. You guys did a fabulous job. So I want to say thank you to every person who volunteered and worked. I also want to thank the Lions Club, the Rotary Club, the San Bruno Education Foundation. As you know, many students are in need of basic school supplies. And the San Bruno Lions, in partnership with the San Bruno Rotary, the San Bruno Education Foundation, and also a generous grant from the California Lions Foundation, $10,000 in school supplies were packed and distributed to 414 students in the San Bruno Park School District. So I wanted to say thank you for all of our wonderful local organizations that we have that work really hard to support our students. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Next, please.
Next, we have Chandra Jayanti. One moment, Chandra, while I bring you over. Hi, Chandra, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Good evening, all. I am Chandra Jayanti, and I have been a resident in the Crestmore neighborhood since 2000, except for a brief period between 2002 and 2006. My reason for being here today is to request that the council and the governing body of the city of San Bruno to prioritize sustainability and adopt citywide action plan and send a message that we can act now, if not yesterday, to the broader community. Have you heard the story of our times? Insect apocalypse. Insect populations are in huge decline in North America and Europe due to the several factors, including habitat loss and use of insecticides. I would like to urge you to find out why. If you have not already done the exercise, it is part of the circle of life, and we are breaking the circle into fragments. I would also ask each and every one here to ponder this. With such wealth of information at our fingertips or at the touch of a button, are we creating poverty in action by tuning out completely to maintain our own sanity and survival? I am guilty at times and do that myself when overwhelmed. Please agendize in future meetings or wherever it is action can take place and form a committee so there is direction and plan to influence and engage the community, address carbon neutrality from municipal operations, review and report, minimum standards for private construction, investing in education of staff, identifying knowledge gaps, risk assessment, revisit action plan for vegetation management, public land and direction to private land management, harmful chemicals and noxious weeds. Is Reoak Skyline Boulevard. Skyline Boulevard is full of eucalyptus trees. And community needs some kind of direction, and it has to come from somewhere. There is confusing information out there, and somebody should take a stand. And I can't think of any better authority to take the first step than the city council and the governing body. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for your comments. City Clerk, correct me, but I'm not seeing any more hands up at this time.
That is correct.
Okay, so